Live from Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Lady Wildcats, get ready for the next chapter of the Route 22 rivalry here at Franklin Regional High School. Folks, Tristan Borland here on the horn with the ends for the rest of the afternoon. Richard Hillwig on the controls, the one and only, traveling down from St. Vincent College to join us here today. Speaking of which, ready for our St. Vincent College pregame show. St. Vincent College is a first-year liberal arts college that prepares students for successful careers and meaningful lives. Explore more than 60 major programs of study and learn more about how this personalized education is an affordable option, with 100% of freshmen receiving scholarship aid. Schedule a campus tour at stvincent.edu. Again, that's stvincent.edu. St. Vincent College, together we rise. Lady Wildcats hitting the road, and they come into this game 6-6 overall, 5-2 in the section, sitting pretty at number 3 in 5A Section 2. Their last game was on the road against Armstrong, where they lost 2-8. Some stats from that game. It was a little tough to get stats. The broadcast was a little rough to watch. However, Cats had 3 hits versus Madison Baker, the pitcher for Armstrong. And I tip of the hat to the coaching over at Armstrong High School because of the fact that they went from having Cam Sprankle being their starting pitcher to now they have Madison Baker, and they haven't even slowed down even a little bit. Baker has really been on fire right now. But for the Cats, again, a road loss 2-8, only able to earn 3 hits versus Baker, and now they are ready for the next chapter of the Route 22 rivalry. They already beat Franklin Regional earlier this year. If you remember, it was supposed to be here originally. However, the rain did not allow for Franklin Regional to have the game here, so they had to move it to Graham Sabota Field. And we're very thankful once again for the incredible facilities that we have at Greater Latrobe High School, because they allowed us to bring you guys that game on that rainy day. And then this game was supposed to be at home, but now we're here at Franklin Regional, and we're very happy to be here. Lovely facilities here at Franklin Regional. Cats to watch if you're Franklin Regional. You really got to keep an eye out for Kayla Williams, who had a tough game against Armstrong with 4 strikeouts in 6 innings, but the real glaring thing was 5 walks. Kayla Williams, we mentioned in a couple games here, she has some difficulties in giving up bases on walks, so really needs to reel that in. However, whenever they played Franklin Regional last time, Williams was locked in. The SRU commit has 13 Ks whenever they played Franklin Regional, so with 13 strikeouts, it's going to be up to her and the Lady Wildcats to really shut down this team. Another player to mention is the freshman, Madison Balco, who really came out of nowhere. I mean, nothing against her. You don't really see underclassmen making a big impact on some of these softball teams, but Balco, who is hitting in the 8th spot whenever they played Franklin Regional at home, was 3 for 3 at the plate with a triple, a double, and walked. So Balco, who now this afternoon will be batting in the 5 spot, I'm keeping an eye on her. I expect her to have another big game here, especially with our lineup saying that Lancaster is going to be pitching to start out today's game against the Lady Wildcats. So keep an eye on Balco and Williams to make a big impact this afternoon. The Panthers, who are hosting Lady Wildcats, currently 6-7 overall, 3-4 in the section. They sit at number 4 in 5A Section 2. They are now back home after losing to PT on Monday. They lost that game by a single run, 7-8. Look to avenge their loss early in the year versus Greater Latrobe. Before the broadcast, I had a second to talk with Coach Armstrong here at Franklin Regional, and a great guy. It was awesome talking to him. We chatted a little bit, and he said that he felt that his team felt a little flat-footed whenever they traveled out to Graham Sabota Field. It was tough. I mean, they were supposed to have a home game. Time got changed and location got changed, so they were kind of scrambling a little bit. But regardless, they were ready for the Cats today. Coach Armstrong said, hey, I think this game is going to be more of a measuring stick on how our teams really match up, and I agree with him. I think today is going to be a great measuring stick for both of these teams, especially with them being only one after the other in terms of the section standing. Panthers to watch for the Lady Wildcats. Panthers to watch if you're the Lady Wildcats. That's Fulton, the senior shortstop, 3 for 3 at the plate whenever she played against Greater Latrobe at Graham Sabota Field early in the year. 2 steals, and she had a two-run homer late in that game to make it a close one. So the Lady Wildcats are hopefully going to have to shut her down at the plate. Also Fulton, or also Lancaster, who only earned 2 strikeouts against Gray Latrobe at Graham Sabota Field. But again, as mentioned by Coach Armstrong, and I highly agree with him, the fact that the Lady Wildcats were able to get kind of the overtop on top of Franklin Regional because the Panthers were caught a little flat-footed. However, again, Panthers ready to defend their home field, and at this point for our St. Vincent College pregame show, it's the Keys to the Game, brought to us by Latrobe Auto Group. Check out their inventory in their location just off of Route 30 in Latrobe. If you can't make it there, check out their website at www.latrobeautogroup.com. Again, that's latrobeautogroup.com. Thank you, Latrobe Auto Group, for bringing us the keys to the game. The keys to the game for Lady Wildcats is defense. They need to shut down all contact. It's clear from the game that we had earlier in the season that the Panthers can get contact. That is something that they are able to easily do. And it's noticeable whenever Kayla Williams has an off game because they lean so heavily on her. And so if there is contact, I want to see the fielders, and especially the outfielders, having their heads on a swivel and being ready to make big plays, because they're going to have to do that if they want to win here today. For the Panthers, the thing is going to be making sure that they don't allow Lady Wildcats to run all over them. Again, in the last game that these two teams played, Lady Wildcats were getting a lot of contact and were able to win that game 8-6, overcome. And the other thing for Lady Wildcats was it was consistent contact. I mean, obviously, there are players like Balco who had triples and doubles, but consistently hitting that ball and getting on base and being patient at the plate really, really mattered to them. And so we're expecting to see that continue here this afternoon. Again, thank you to Latrobe Auto Group for bringing us to the keys to the game, and thank you, St. Vincent College, for bringing us our pregame show. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors here on the Wildcats Network. For the folks at home, obviously for playoffs, the WPIAL and the PIAA gets their say. We don't really get to do anything about that. But I want to remind everybody at home that it's because of the sponsors that we have here on the Wildcats Network that you are able to watch this broadcast completely free of charge. A bit of a side note here while we were setting up, there is not a scoreboard today, so we're not going to be able to run ours because we run our scoreboard off of the scoreboards on location. And so we're not going to have a scoreboard for today's broadcast, but I promise everybody at home I'm going to keep on top of the count, keep on top of the outs, and we'll make sure to get through this game together. It's frustrating, but sometimes there are things outside your control. You can't really do anything about it, so we really appreciate the folks at home who support us day in and day out here on the Wildcats Network. It is a pleasure to bring you guys these broadcasts, and we try our hardest every single day to make sure that you guys get the broadcasts that you deserve at home, well, especially those who support us every single day. Both teams heading to the dugout. And again, it will be interesting to see how Lancaster, the pitcher, will rebound here today. A decent crowd. I see some Gray Latrobe parents, so I guess missed the memo on the broadcast. But that's okay. We always encourage folks to go out and support the Cats, no matter where they are, whether they're at home at Graham Sabota Field or on the road here at Franklin Regional. I mean, why wouldn't you want to come out to Murraysville? I mean, it's a lovely area, great businesses, great people out here. If yins ever want a nice night on the town, you got to come to Murraysville. You got to travel down Route 22. My personal favorite is the North Park Lounge. I can't. As they are not a sponsor, I'm going to leave it at that. But again, the North Park Lounge is a secret favorite of mine here on the Wildcats Network. Both teams heading towards their dugouts. Final words by the umpires. And again, as I mentioned, a pretty decent crowd, obviously. Some more folks here in Navy and gold. That's just fine. They should come out and support their ladies. A screeching from the dugout. Glad to hear it. Franklin Regional is amped up. And the Lady Panthers come out to field first. For Lady Wildcats, up to bat first is going to be your left fielder. That would be Maya Williams. And then on deck is Maddie Machinsky, and then Kayla Williams batting in the hole. That's in the number 3 spot, your pitcher today. And again, as mentioned in our St. Vincent College pregame show, on the mound is Lancaster, who again is hoping to be a little bit more in the groove today, as again she was only able to score a couple strikeouts. Thank you to Richard Hillwig. Always a pleasure to have him here on the broadcast, and I mean that sincerely. As Richard reminded me, it's Miley Williams, correct, Richard? Yes, Richard. For those who don't know, Richard is an alumni at Greater Latrobe High School, so a lot of these players he knows personally, or at least knows of their names and how to pronounce them correctly. And Richard, I thank you because I know the boosters follow us very closely on Facebook, and I imagine that our inbox is already being flooded as we speak. So thank you, Richard. And thank you to the boosters of the softball team. We really appreciate all your support, and we appreciate the insider scoop. During senior night, we mentioned on the broadcast a lot about the different schools that the players were announcing to, because I only knew about Kayla Williams. It was brought to me. They're like, oh, you always talk about Kayla, but what about the other players who have committed to go to other schools? So I made sure to mention that. I'm going to make sure to mention that again today. And a big thank you to the boosters for sponsoring us, or not sponsoring us, but for supporting us here on the Wildcats Network. We always like to think that we know everything, but I'm telling you guys, we don't. We always appreciate parents because, you know, parents always know better, kids. Always remember that. So up to bat right now is the left-hander, Miley Williams. Your left fielder for today for Lady Wildcats. Starting us out. And Lancaster with her first pitch is up high, so that's a ball to start out here. Count 1-0 in the top of the first inning. Pitch. Crushed. That one put into play, and that's going to be a base hit as it rolls out to left field. Williams starts out here with a base hit. And now Machinsky up to bat. Kayla Williams on deck and Corinne Wright in the hole. Machinsky, your catcher on the day for Lady Wildcats. Lancaster with a pitch. Moving off of first base was Williams. She heads back, though. So 0-1. Showing bunt, not taking it. And that's called ball there. So I believe it's 1-1 the count for Maddie Machinsky with a runner on first. Shows bunt, takes it, rolls foul. So now 1-2 the count after the bunt by Machinsky. And again, the bunt not surprising. For those who follow the softball team very closely, and for those who don't, know that Coach Bob likes to play small ball. He likes to make sure that every out counts as a run. Slowly advance your players around. Chop there, up high. Will it drop down? And it will, but it will drop right into the glove of the right fielder. So now with one out now, up to bat is Kayla Williams. Corinne Wright on deck, and the freshman Madison Balco in the hole. So a pitching matchup here at the plate for the number 3 batter in the lineup. With a runner on first. One out. Chopped at. It's a bouncer. Makes it way straight to the second base. I was going to say made the second baseman, made to the shortstop, Fulton. And moving on to third now after that ball drops in front of the third baseman. Kayla Williams earns a base hit. So sisters on the corners now, with Miley on third and Kayla Williams taking the courtesy runner on to first base. Smart move there by Coach Bob, wanting to save his pitcher from having to run too much. So now Corinne Wright, the third baseman, comes up to bat now with runners on the corners. And with a runner on third, it's a great opportunity to score here to start us out. Pitch. Up high and away, a called ball there, so 1-0 the count. The sun is out, a beautiful day. I was worried it was going to start raining a little earlier while I was setting up. Pitch. Chopped at, makes its way straight to the second baseman, throws on to first, and that's out number 2. But that's a runner brought in, a sacrifice there by Corinne Wright. So Lee Wildcats are up 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. So now up to bat is the freshman, Balco, who chops at it. It goes foul, so count 0-1. Balco is up to bat right now. Cronenwetter is on deck, and Maya McHugh in the hole in the lineup. Runner on second. The Wildcats up 1-0. Again, we apologize for the lack of a scoreboard. We do not have the scoreboard on here at Franklin Regional. And running on a third. Oh, and it gets by. Luckily, Fulton, the shortstop, is there behind it. But now Lee Wildcats have a runner on third. So 2 outs here. Top of the first. 1-0 with a runner on third. Chop there. It gets straight to third base. Balco trying to beat it out, and she will not, so that will do it. Lee Wildcats leave one stranded here. And with that, we're going to head into the bottom of the first inning. But first, we're going to take a quick message from some of our sponsors here on the Wildcats Network.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Bottom of the first inning, Lee Wildcats up 1-0 here. And right there you see senior pitcher Kayla Williams, who in the last meeting with the Franklin Regional Panthers had 13 strikeouts and would love to have the same kind of afternoon here at Franklin Regional. Beautiful day for softball if the rain holds off. I'm not going to say anything else because there is no wood out here past the outfield. Up to bat right now is Camacho. The right fielder. No, the third baseman. No, right fielder. No. I have it right. Okay. Right fielder for Franklin Regional up to bat. Williams' first pitch of the day is chopped at, rolls foul, so the count now 1-0. And again, we apologize, folks, who were hoping for a scoreboard. They do not have the scoreboard on here at Franklin Regional. I'm going to apologize about that every single inning because we know that the folks at Greater Latrobe and Franklin Regional deserve the best broadcast that we can possibly bring to you. So we greatly apologize. If it was up to me, I would be running I'd be running the scoreboard here from our vantage point, but it is not up to me. So 0-1 the count here. It's by and it's called strike. So 0-2 count here for the first batter of the day for Franklin Regional. Kayla Williams could start out the day with a strikeout here. I appreciate the umpire raising the hand. Sometimes umpires don't, they just say it. Rung her up, Kayla Williams. First strikeout of the day. Camacho goes down looking, and now Speranzo is up to bat. What a great way for Kayla Williams. Richard informing me that we have some royalty here at Franklin Regional. Isn't that right, Richard? Oh, Richard's saying no. A swing there by Speranzo. So 0-1 now the count. Speranzo taking a timeout to have a word with Coach Jim Armstrong there, the third base coach. On deck after Speranzo is Fulton, the senior, who again we mentioned as a Panther to watch for the Lady Wildcats. Fulton was 3 for 3 from the plate and had 3 stolen bases against the Lady Wildcats. and had a 2-run home run late in that game. So 0-1 the count now for Kayla Williams. Down low, so 1-1 now the count. And the sun out once again. And I can't stress this enough what a beautiful day it is for softball. It's great to be here and bring everybody at home this game. Pitch, chopped at, goes back foul. And ends up over in the lot of the First Presbyterian Church of Murraysville. So 1-2 the count now. Thank you to the umpire at home plate for making sure that everybody knows the count, and I appreciate it. So 1-2. Kayla Williams looking for strikeout number 2. It's chopped at, and it gets by the second baseman all the way into the outfield. Base hit for Speranza. And now up to the plate is Fulton. With a runner on first, she's dangerous. And folks, if you hear scrambling from the headset, that is me throwing it into the ground and running to protect one of our cameras from being hit by a home run. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but you never know. So Kayla Williams' first pitch to Fulton on the day. Chopped at, goes right back into the net. That's foul. So 0-1 now the count. Fulton just trying to feel out Kayla Williams. Again, it was an epic battle last time these two seniors met at Graham Sabota Field. So with 1 out right now, 0-1 the count on the pitch from Kayla Williams. Chopped at, makes its way back, and it's gone! Goodbye! Fulton with a home run there. It's a 2-run shot. That ball flew right over top of our heads. Franklin Regional makes it a game here in the bottom of the first. It's 2-1. So the 2-run shot by Fulton, and again, Coach Jim Armstrong telling me he was expecting that from her today. So now up to bat is Camacho. The catcher. And they had to go back out and get the ball there, the Lady Wildcats. So this is Sierra Camacho. Her sister, Selena, started us out. So with 1 out right now, Lady Wildcats trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Can Kayla Williams get him out of here? Pitch, chopped at, that goes foul. So 0-1 on the count. Only 1 strikeout so far in the day for Kayla Williams, and giving up 2 hits. Oh, 0-1 the count now with 1 out. Pitch from Williams. Called inside by the umpire, so 1-1 now the count. One out here. Pitch by Williams. Called strike there. So 1-2 now the count. Kayla Williams could get her second strikeout on the afternoon. And we get the Lady Wildcats a little bit closer to heading into the top of the second with the score at 2-1. Lady Wildcats down by 1 run. 1-2 here. Chopped at, gets by the shortstop, and rolls out into the outfield. That's another base hit for Franklin Regional. So Martz is now up to bat for Franklin Regional. On deck is Lampfrom and Lancaster in the hole. And Martz come up here. And a timeout is called on the mound. Kayla Williams having some words with Maddie Machinsky. And the home plate umpire wiping off the home plate there. And again, a runner on first. Here in the bottom of the first. Franklin Regional only has one out so far. That's dangerous territory. The thing about small ball, and this is one of the few negatives about it, is that when you get down deep in a deficit, it's hard to climb back out. It's usually best to take a lead early and then control the pacing of the game at your own tempo. Usually whenever you are down big, you want to start swinging for the fences and start bringing in runs as quickly as possible. And outs become a little bit more of a luxury. Pitch by Williams. Chop deck, goes back, foul running, and that's a base stolen. Nope, hanging right back on the foul. So 0-1 now the count. After the foul that went back by Martz. The pitch here by Williams on the 0-1, running on a second throw. Slides in and safe. That's a runner now on second. That's another player in scoring position for Franklin Regional, who's already up 2-1 to run here in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch here by Williams. Chop deck, goes foul again. They're still on second after stealing there. Two the count. It's even at 2. With one out here at bottom of the first inning, Lady Wildcats trail 2-1. This pitch for Kayla Williams here. And that's called ball there, so the count is now completely full with one out, runner on second. And Camacho is in the head of Kayla Williams because she already stole one base. I'm sure wouldn't mind stealing another one. She had 2 stolen in the game against the Wildcats earlier in the season. That ball up high, and that's a walk there. That's the first batter walked on the afternoon for Kayla Williams. Martz heads on down to first base. Latrobe now up to bat with 2 runners on in the bottom of the first inning with a 1-run lead, 2-1 here. On deck from Latrobe is Lancaster, and Hicks is in the hole. Still one out. The strikeout at the top of the inning, or at the top of the bottom. And running and stealing third. Panthers running all over the Lady Wildcats right now. After that wild pitch. The pitch here by Williams is called wide. It's a 2-0 now the count. With 2 runners in scoring position, Panthers could really start to run away here if they're able to score these 2 in scoring position. Two-0 pitch from Williams is called strike there. Two-1 now the count for Kayla Williams. Again, still with one out, 2 runners in scoring position. Kayla Williams still behind the count. A pitch inside the zone would do her wonders. Throws it. Chopped, it's up high. And caught there. The shortstop gets into position. A little confusion there. Camacho is still on third. So now Lancaster is up to bat. And that's smart as a fly out to the shortstop for Latrobe. So that's the second out for Lady Wildcats. And again, as I mentioned in our Latrobe Auto Keys to the Game, that those fielders, whenever contact is made, they need to be able to get in position. They did so right there. Good job by the ladies in orange. Swung at. And it goes back, called foul. So 0-1 now the count for Kayla Williams. Contact was made by Lancaster, but it went dribbling back. Hicks is on deck, and then Copeland, the ninth player in the lineup, in the batting lineup, is in the hole. 2 outs here. 0-1 the count for Kayla Williams. Pitch. Chopped at. Gets right to Williams. Needs to throw on the first, and she gets her there. So the ground out by Lancaster back to Williams will allow the Lady Wildcats to get out of this inning, but only allowing 2 runs. That will do it for the first inning. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the top of the second right here on the Wildcats Network.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano-Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Wildcats trail 2-1 here in the top of the second. And again, I mentioned it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again for the rest of the broadcast. We apologize for the lack of a scoreboard. The scoreboard here at Franklin Regional is not turned on. So we are kind of out of it right now. But I promise everybody at home I'll do my best to keep up with the count here. And that pitch up and away from Sammy Cronenwetter, the first baseman for Lady Wildcats. So 1-0 now the count. And that pitch down away from Cronenwetter. Lancaster trying to get Cronenwetter to chase. But Cronenwetter will not. Good patience by the Lady Wildcats. They need to do that if they want to avoid being sat down on the side. That pitch inside, called strike. Cronenwetter had to get out of the way of it, but the umpire said it's a strike. So 2-1 now the count for Cronenwetter with her first appearance at the plate today. Pitch. Up high again, so 3-1 now the count. Pitch here. Chopped at by Cronenwetter, making its way towards us. It's up high, and it gets by the second baseman. That's a base hit for Sammy Cronenwetter here to start out the Lady Wildcats. So Maya McHugh now up to bat. Blasi on deck, and Macy McHugh is in the hole for Lady Wildcats. And McHugh, and that's Macy McHugh, is the ninth batter in the lineup. So after her, we'll head back to the top. Time is called for the second baseman for the Panthers. She lost her shoe, got a little untied there. That's Lampfrom. Again, her laces came untied on her cleats, and that's fine. So with Cronenwetter now on first base, it's up to Maya McHugh with her first appearance at the plate today. That ball gets by her. So 1-0 the count. Pitch. Up high and away again. Count now 2-0. McHugh, the shortstop for Lady Wildcats, a nice play to get a fly out in the bottom of the first. McHugh hits it. Can the center fielder get underneath it? And she will. So McHugh will fly out to the center fielder. So Blasi is on deck. Mason McHugh is in the hole, or Blasi is up to bat. McHugh is on deck, and then Miley Williams, the top of the batting order, is in the hole for the Lady Wildcats. And again, it's Sarah Blasi who's up to bat. Chopped at, gets by second base, and rolls all the way out to the outfield. Cronenwetter running on a third. So base hit for Blasi. And Cronenwetter is now on third. So runners are on the corners. One out for Lady Wildcats, and on deck is Macy McHugh. The second baseman for Lady Wildcats. With one out here, Lady Wildcats still trail by 1 run, but have Cronenwetter in scoring position on third. That ball goes right by McHugh for a strike, so 0-1 now the count, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with letting the first pitch go by. Wait for the one that you want. That's the right way to go about doing it. Pitch. Chopped at, bounces off the ground, goes right to the third baseman, and it's a double play! Franklin Regional able to walk out of there unscathed as we get ready to head to the bottom of the second after these short messages.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
We're back on the Wildcats Network here in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch there by Kayla Williams, taken as a bunt, but it will go foul as Hicks is up the bat, Copeland's on deck, and then we'll head back to the top of the batting order with Camacho in the hole. Count 0-1. Again, here in the bottom of the second, Lady Wildcats still trailed 2-1. Pitch, chopped at, making its way towards us. Can the left fielder get it? She does! That's a fly out. What a huge play there. That was Miley Williams. The right fielder making a big play in the outfield, had to dive for it. And that means Franklin Regional will start out with this inning with an out. Copeland now up to bat. This is her first appearance at the plate on the day. Camacho is on deck and Speranzo's in the hole. Pitch. Called strike one for Kayla Williams. And again, that just goes back to our Latrobe Auto Group keys to the game. The outfield for Lady Wildcats coming up big there. Contact is something that Franklin Regional can do. And that's called a strike there. So 0-2 now the count. To the count for Kayla Williams with the ninth batter in the batting order. Getting a strikeout here would be big. So the Camacho steps up onto the plate with nobody on a bag. 0-2 pitch here for Kayla Williams with 1 out in the inning. Kayla Williams, who is up in the count, throws one away from Copeland, trying to get her to chase. Copeland unfazed, so 1-2 now the count with 1 out again here in the bottom of the second inning. Can't thank everybody enough who are tuning in at home and watching this broadcast. Pitch by Williams. Outside again, so the count's now even at 2, still with 1 out. Kayla Williams again, count even at 2 with 1 out. Swings it outside again, so now the count is full. Kayla Williams needs to bring that pitch back inside if she doesn't want to walk her second batter on the afternoon. She walked 5 batters in the game against Armstrong earlier this week, so would really like to try to avoid doing that here. Pitch coming from Williams is called inside, so that's the second batter walked by Kayla Williams on the afternoon. So, and that's not great. You're coming back to the top of the batting order with a runner on first. Camacho is now up to bat for Franklin Regional. Still only 1 out for Lady Wildcats, and it was a big play in the outfield by Miley Williams. Pitch, chopped at it, goes back foul, and it nearly hit a car that's passing by here on the street right next to the softball field. So look out, folks. I made sure that the Vance part's kind of backing away. Richard, I have no idea where you parked, my own man. Yeah, Richard parked far away. He doesn't want to get his car hit by any stray softballs. 0-1 the count here with 1 out. Chopped at, goes back foul again. So now 0-2 the count for Kayla Williams. Comanche was just behind that pitch. So with a runner on first still. Again, Wildcats still trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. Pitcher by Kayla Williams. Given, throw on to second to get the tag, and it gets by. That's a base stolen for Copeland. That is the 4th base stolen today by the Franklin Regional Panthers. And that ball was called the ball. So 1-2 now the count for Kayla Williams with 1 out. And Copeland is now in scoring position and is eyeing down third base. Pitch. Called strike 3. She rung her up. And so that's. He rung her up, but she's still round to first. Very interesting there. So Camacho is going to get scored a base hit, even though the home plate umpire called her rung up. Richard's saying no. So now runners on first and second. Pitch. Bunt, called foul there, so 0-1 now the count, still 1 out. 2 runners on base, 1 on first, 1 on second for Kayla Williams. I got you. Thank you, Richard. Richard, a little bit more of a softball/baseball aficionado. Reminds me of another baseball aficionado, Mr. Chris Beddick. So 0-1 now the count. 1 out here, bottom of the second. Pitch down low in the dirt. And Machinsky walks out with the ball there. And eyeing down second. So 1-1 now the count. 1 out. Pitch. Bunt again. That rolls foul again Franklin Regional showing bunt, but aren't able to get good contact on the bunt. So 1-2 now the count. Kayla Williams has one out so far in this game. Would like to add another one. She only had 4 in the game against Armstrong on Monday. And I had to look at the stats. I know it was broadcasted, but that was tough to watch. So I had to look at the stats later in the day. Pitch by Williams. Swing and a miss. Kayla Williams rung her up. That's 2 for Williams. But now it's Fulton, who last time at the plate hit a home run. It was a 2-run homer and now has 2 runners on the field. 2 outs. Fulton at the plate. Can Kayla Williams get out of this inning unscathed? After walking the second batter in the inning. And bottom of the second, pitch there is away from Fulton. Kayla Williams trying to get her to chase down away. But Fulton disciplined, not wanting to allow that to happen. The senior shortstop, who in my conversation with Coach Armstrong earlier in the game, mentioned that she is a game changer for Franklin Regional. Kayla Williams pitch. High and away. Machinsky trying to chase back Copeland onto second. So 2-0 the count now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Kayla Williams hoping to walk out of this one unscathed. Pitcher by Williams. Away again. Count now 3-0. Kayla Williams needs to throw this next one in the strike zone. Or, from what Richard is telling, they're gonna give her the first base. Smart play there. So with 2 outs here, bases are loaded for Kaylee Camacho. Her last time at the plate, she got a base hit and then stole 2 bases. She made her way on to third, but was left stranded. That was back in the bottom of the first inning. And again, the bases are loaded for Kayla Williams. Trailing by 1 run here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs. Kayla Williams can get strikeout number 3 here and get the Lady Wildcats out of what could be a precarious situation. Pitch here by Williams. Chopped out, it's a missile and it's foul. Lady Wildcats get lucky there. Kaylee Camacho got all of that one and nearly ripped the cover off of it. Probably would have sent it down to Old William Penn if it had any more of a cut. So 0-1 the count here for the at-bat. Pitch. Crushed there and caught there. The fly out to the shortstop, and the Lady Wildcats walk away unscathed in what could have been a terrifying situation. So with that, we're going to step aside here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the top of the 3rd inning here on the Wildcats Network.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
back here on the Wildcats. Now we're top of the third inning. Miley Williams, the top of the batting order, is up to bat. 1 for 1 at the plate today. She had a base hit and scored a run. She is the solo run that the Cats have on the scoreboard. Up high and inside. Miley Williams had to get away from that one quick. For Lancaster, who does not have a strikeout yet today, but the fielders for Franklin Regional standing strong. And the count is 2-0. Pitch. High and inside again. So 3-0 now the count. Wonder if Lancaster is going to walk. It gets crushed and it zips by the third baseline, but it's foul. We'll wait and see what the umpire is going to. I believe that that's counted as 1 and 2. I thought it was 3-0. However, I have been wrong before. Umpire not showing. I'm going to say 1 and 2. That ball chopped foul again. So now the count is even at 2 and 2. Thank you, Richard. So with a 2-2 count for Miley Williams, the top of the batting order. Machinsky is on deck and Williams is in the hole. That chop by Miley hits the third baseman, and that's a base hit for Miley Williams. And now Maddie Machinsky is up. Maddie Machinsky, the catcher for Lady Wildcats. She's 0 for 1 at the plate so far today. A fly out to right field, or a fly out to left field, my apologies. Miley Williams showing that she was trying to steal second, but ran back on after Kaylee Camacho. Showed that she was going to throw. Hit there. It's good. It rolls on to second and needs to run it out, and she does. Maddie Machinsky earns a base hit, but Williams is out as the ball dribbled on to second. So now Kayla Williams got a base hit. She's 1 for 1. And a courtesy runner comes in now for the catcher Machinsky. And now on first base, that's Strausser who's on first. My apologies, that's Schultz on first, my apologies. That's called a strike there, running back and sliding in. That's Cunningham, that's number 9. I'll get the numbers, I promise. I know it's a little late in the season, but we'll get it. So 1 the count now for Kayla Williams with a runner on first. Pitch up high. So 1-1 now the count. With 1 out. And that pitch down low as well. So 2-1 the count with 1 out here. Runner on first for Lady Wildcats. Still trail 2-1 here in the top of the third. Pitch. Chopped at by Williams. It could go. And it goes foul. The wind caught it and threw it foul. So now we're even at 2 here on the count. Good camera work there by Richard Hillig. Using our automated camera to follow that ball. Great job by the one and only Richard Hilwig. So an even count now at 2 with 1 out here. Pitch. Chopped off the ground, goes right back to Lancaster, and that's an out. No, the caller's safe. I thought she was out, but that's a base hit for Williams. And she advances Machinsky onto second. A courtesy runner now coming in for Kayla Williams. That is Schultz, who is on first. So a runner on second. That is the lead, or that is a tie on second, and the lead is on first. And up to bat is Corinne Wright, who grounded out to the pitcher. Chopped at, it gets by second base. That's another base hit for the Lady Wildcats. Bases are now loaded after 3 straight base hits, and now Madison Balco is up to bat. She grounded out to the shortstop at her last at-bat back in the top of the first. Balco needs to come up in a big way here. Lady Wildcats trail by 1. That pitch away from Balco. Again, Lady Wildcats trail 2-1. That is the tie on third. The lead is on second. So with 2 players in scoring position and a runner on first, the freshman Madison Balco could come up big for Lady Wildcats with this at-bat. Up high again, count now 2-0. Again, the other nice thing is Lady Wildcats only have 1 out so far. Pitch down low again. The count now 3-0. Again, only 1 out. Lancaster. Lancaster could walk in third base here. That pitch is inside. Lancaster walks her first batter. And we're now all tied up. It's 2-2 here in the top of the third inning from Franklin Regional. Bases are still full for Cronenwetter, who is now up to bat. She grounded out to the shortstop. Now, she got a base hit the last time she was up to bat, but then was tagged out on third. And a huge double play at the bottom of the, or at the top of the second. Swing and a miss there. Count now 1-1 for Cronenwetter. The first baseman, again, bases are still loaded, all tied up at 2. Cronenwetter was going to crank that one, but she thought better of it because it was up high. So count 2-1. The pitch. Low and inside, 3-1. Lancaster could walk her second batter of the game. Lancaster's pitch. Call, strike there. Smart play by Cronenwetter. Let that one go by. Up on the count, 3-0. Now count 3-1. Again, the Wildcats still only have 1 out and the bases are loaded. Oh, Richard's saying it's a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch here. Swing and a miss. Cronenwetter struck out looking. Or struck out swinging. Count is, Cats are now looking at a 2 outs here. Maya McHugh is now up to bat. She's 0-1 at the plate. She flew out to the center fielder. Her last at bat. Pitch. Called strike there, right down the pipe by Lancaster. Pitch. High and away, and it's wild. The Lady Wildcats retreat back. Schultz could have stolen home, but she thought better of it. So bases are loaded for McHugh. Crushed that one. It goes straight to the third baseman who tags, and that will do it for the top of the third inning. The Wildcats earn 1 there. Now tie up at 2 as we head into the bottom of the third inning from Murraysville. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back from these short messages on the Wildcats Network, it'll be the bottom of the third inning coming up next.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Back here on the Wildcats Network, Tristan Borland and Richard Hillwig. Here in the bottom of the third inning, up to bat for Franklin Regional is Martz, who was walked her last at bat, so she's 1 for 1 at the plate. Pitch here by Williams, called strike there. So all tied up here with 2 runs apiece for both teams. Again, here in the bottom of the third inning, Kayla Williams, her pitch. Called strike there. 0-2 now the count for Kayla Williams. Looking for strikeout number 3 on the afternoon. So 0-2 here. Kayla Williams' turn, strikeout number 3. Ball in the dirt. Trying to get Martz to chase. Again, the center fielder for Franklin Regional was walked her last time she was at the plate. That was back in the bottom of the first. 1-2 now the count for Kayla Williams. Hit, that ball goes back, hops over top of the second base bag, and that's another base hit for Martz. So now she's 2 for 2 at the plate. And up to bat now is Lamfrom. She flew out to the shortstop. It was a big play for Lady Wildcats. That was Maya McHugh, who really had to get on her horse to get that one. So Lamfrom with a runner on first. Again, very reminiscent at the last at-bat for Lamfrom. She had Martz on first base. And again, the fly out to Maya McHugh. That pitch was a ball, so 1-0 out of the count. That's called strike there. Lamfrom is flabbergasted, but the count's now even at 1. Can Kayla Williams get the pitch here? Ground ball throw on the first. There says she's safe. They said that Mason McHugh did not cleanly catch the ball, so that's going to be as a base hit for Lamfrom. And she advances Martz on to second. So Lancaster, who grounded out to Kayla Williams. Still no outs for Lady Wildcats. They were close a couple times. We'll see if Kayla Williams has anything to say about Lancaster, who again grounded out to her. Back when she was last at bat. That's a good hit there. Gets right by the shortstop and into shallow outfield. So that's another base hit for Franklin Regional. They now have 2 runners in scoring position. And Hicks, who now comes up to the plate. Courtesy runner comes in for Lancaster. I'll let you guys know who that is in just a second. I believe that's Cowell. who's on first. Bases loaded for Franklin Regional. Can Kayla Williams get out of here? Still no outs. That's called strike there. Pitch for Kayla Williams coming up next. Still no outs here in the top of the third. Chopped at, and it will go. They'll stay safe. They'll say it's safe. And that's a run scored there for Franklin Regional on the base hit from Hicks. Copeland now up to bat for Franklin Regional, who now lead 3-2. Here in the top of the third inning. Still no outs. With the bases loaded, Kayla Williams needs to lock in here. Takes that one as a strike. 0-1 now the count. So Copeland, the 9th batter in the lineup. After her, we're going to go back to the top with Camacho. I'll let you guys know which one that is in just a second. That's Selena, who is the top of the batting order for Franklin Regional. Pitcher by Williams, 0-1. Way outside. So 1-1 now the count. Kayla Williams, one of the nice things about the bases being loaded is that there's only one bag left to steal, and that's home plate, which is easier said than done. Pitch. Up high, that's called another ball, so now Kayla Williams behind the count. It's 2-1. Again, Franklin Regional has stolen multiple bases today. They've stolen 5 so far today. And so right now, the way that the bases stand, Kayla Williams will hopefully not be allowing any more bases to be stolen. 2 on the count. Called strike there, even at 2. And Richard, even though I wish the deuces were wild, they are not quite yet. 2-2 the count for Kayla Williams. No outs. Bases still loaded here in the top of the third inning. Or in the bottom of the third inning, my apologies. Richard, I wish you folks saw what that Richard just gave me. Call strike 3. Kayla Williams earns her 3rd strikeout. Speranza's now up to bat. She is 1 of 2 at the plate. She had a base hit back in the first and then struck out swinging in the second. That pitch gets wild. There I stand still. My apologies. That was Copeland who was struck out looking. Selena Camacho is at the bat. That pitch was called a ball, so 1-0 the count. 1 out right now for Lady Wildcats. Pitch. Swing and a miss down low. That's strike. So count now even at 1 with 1 out here. In the bottom of the third inning. The Wildcats trail 3-2. That pitch there swung on low. But I say that she got a piece of it and it's foul. So 1-2 now the count for Kayla Williams. She just struck out the last batter and could earn strikeout number 4 here. Copeland hoping to stop that. The pitch. Outside, so now even at 2-2 with 1 out. Again, 2-2 the count. Williams pitch. Swing and a miss. They say it's a strike, but she did not catch it cleanly to Machinsky. So they're going to say that that was an out there. Speranza now up to bat. She is 1 of 2 from the plate today. She was struck out swinging in the second and had a base hit back in the first. Pitch. Down low again. That's called another ball. Franklin Regional is down to their last out here in the bottom of the third inning. It was looking real ugly there. It's still not great. Bases are still loaded. Pitch by Williams. Down low again. And Machinsky chasing down Lancaster on third. That is not Lancaster. I forgot that. That's the courtesy runner for Lancaster. That is Cowell on third. Pitch here by Williams. Hit well, goes back foul. Speranza heads back into the batter's box. Williams steps into the circle. 2-1 the count. The one strike on the count being the last swing, which went back foul. 2-1. Hit foul against. Now the deuces are in fact wild here, Richard, in the bottom of the third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Wildcats trail 3-2. Pitch. Down low, it's a ball, so now the count is full. Kayla Williams will either walk in another run or earn a strikeout here. That'll be number 4 for her on the afternoon here in the bottom of the third inning. This is going to be a tough call for the catcher. Kayla Williams, the payoff pitch here. That ball is absolutely crushed and gets up over top of the tree line. Franklin Regional was already walking, but the at-bat continues for Speranza. Here again in the bottom of the third inning. Kayla Williams, the payoff pitch here for the at-bat. That ball hit. It makes its way. It's lofted up. And it's dropped in the outfield. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. That is a triple for Speranza. And right now, Franklin Regional now are up 6-2 here over Greater Latrobe. And Fulton is walked intentionally. Camila Camacho is now up to bat for Franklin Regional, still holding on to 2 outs here. Speranza is on third and Fulton is on first after she was intentionally walked. Kayla Williams trying to fight back here. Franklin Regional faithful getting a little feisty here in a good way, folks, in a good way. The chance calling through. And running on to second, more like strolling on to second is Fulton. That is Fulton's first base stolen on the day. She's 3 for 3 from the plate, but she was walked intentionally twice. So Camacho and the pitch here. Swing and a miss. 0-1 now the count here. Again, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, being down 6-2 is not something the Lady Wildcats can really afford to do, especially with the type of softball that they like to play. Getting down, losing deep in the third, bottom of the third, is not something that small ball is really designed to build back up from. That ball is hit well, but it's fouled by Camacho. So 0-2 now the count after her first swing was a swing and a miss. It's a 1 ball, so 1-2 the count. Pitch by Williams. Swing and a miss. So count is even at 2-2. 2 runners on and in scoring position. Fulton on second. And that's Speranza on third. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Deuces wild. That ball hit, and making a play, there's the shortstop again. Macy McHugh. That's Maya McHugh who makes the play there. And with that, that'll do it for the bottom of the third inning. Franklin Regional able to score 4 runs here. Score now 6-2. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the top of the 4th inning coming up next year from Murraysville.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Back here on the Wildcats Network here, top of the 4th inning. Sarah Blossy is up to bat right now for Lady Wildcats. She had a base hit last time she was up to bat, which was back in the 2nd inning. That first pitch that she took here in this inning was fouled off. That ball chopped at, and it'll stay fair. So once again, Blossy getting another base hit for the Lady Wildcats. Now Macy McHugh, the second baseman for Lady Wildcats, now up to bat. Macy McHugh has a runner on first, takes that ball as it goes by, called strike there. So pitch, showing bunt, takes it there, runs on, has to be it out. They say that she's out on first. They say she didn't beat it out. However, Sarah Blasi slides in on the second, and that's what small ball is all about. Rounding out. We're back to the top of the batting order. Miley Williams is now up to bat. She's 2 for 2 at the plate so far today. Had a base hit in the first and a base hit in the third. That pitch will go by. And again, with a runner in scoring position, Lee Wildcats are down 6-2. Pitch getting away, forcing Blasi back on the third. Hugh takes another one. Chops at it. It's up high. Will it stay fair? It will not. It drops down. And Lee Wildcats down 6-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. The last inning, the bottom of the third, Franklin Regional scored 4 runs. Chopped at. Rolls on to the shortstop, throw on the first. And that will score a run. And again, I'll say it ad nauseum. That is what small ball is all about. You score when you can, so the Wildcats are now only down by 3 runs here, 6-3, top of the fourth inning, and up to bat is Maya Machinsky, who was 1 for 2 at the plate today. She had a base hit in the top of the third and then flew out back in the first. And she gets a ball there. It gets by Fulton, and that's another base hit. Lee Wildcats starting to warm up. Machinsky wasting no time for that at bat. And now behind her is Kayla Williams, who is 1 for 1, or is 2 for 2 at the plate today. She has a base hit. And a courtesy runner comes in for Machinsky. I'll have that who that is for in just a moment. That's Cunningham, who is on first, running pinch for Machinsky. That ball went by, so that is 1-0 now the count. With 2 outs right now for Lady Wildcats. That ball low and called ball again, so 2-0 now the count. 2 outs here. Lady Wildcats would be really helping themselves out with earning another run here. Down low again, 3-0 now the count. I wonder if they're just going to intentionally walk Kayla Williams, well known for not only her pitching abilities, but is also, or 2-0, my apologies. Pitch. It's called strike there, so 2-1 now the count with 2 outs. Two outs still for Lady Wildcats. 2-1. That ball is rocketed straight to the left fielder, and that will do it for Lady Wildcats here in the top of the fourth inning. Only able to score 1. And now Franklin Regional comes back up with a 3-run lead as we head into the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll be right back here on the Wildcats Network.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats. Now we're bottom of the fourth inning. Lee Wildcats trail 3-6 after earning a run in every inning. But now up to bat for Franklin Regional is Martz, who is 2 for 2 on the day. She was walked at her first at bat and then got a base hit in the third. Pitch. Called strike there. Kayla Williams having a bit of a quiet day today. 2 batters walked. That's 3 batters walked. I didn't mark down Fulton, who was walked for her last at bat, an intentional walk at that. So 3 batters walked and 3 strikeouts for Kayla Williams so far this afternoon. One of the count. Called ball again there. So 2-0 the count now for Kayla Williams. No outs here again, top of the fourth inning. Kayla Williams down low in the dirt. So 3-0 now the count. Nope, 2-1, my apologies. I guess the first pitch was a strike. So 2-1 the count, still no outs for the first batter here in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch. Called strike there. So evening the count at 2-2 for Kayla Williams. Kayla Williams earned number 4 on the day. She had 4 strikeouts on Monday when the Lady Wildcats traveled up to Armstrong. Williams' pitch is up high, and she walks her. So now with a runner on first, after Martz is walked, Lamfrom is now up to bat. She is 1 of 2 on the day. Lamfrom had a fly out to the shortstop back in the first, and then a base hit on her last at bat. Takes that ball in for ball 1. Martz on first. Lamfrom is up to bat. Lancaster is on deck, and Hicks is in the hole. On your lineup for Franklin Regional. Pitch. Inside, so 2-0 the count for Kayla Williams. Remember the Lady Wildcats played at Franklin Regional. Williams only pitched 6 innings out of 7. Pitch. Called strike there. 2-1 now the count. Still a runner on first. In count 2-1, no outs here. Top of the fourth inning. Lady Wildcats still trail 3-6. Pitch. Inside, now 3-1 the count for Kayla Williams. Could walk her 4th batter on the day. Pitch here. Swung on, foul, so now the count is full for Kayla Williams. Still a runner on first. I apologize for the wind, folks. It sounds like we're on top of the hill with the kind of wind that we're having here at Franklin Regional today. And we are technically on a hill here. Franklin Regional, for those who have never been to Murraysville in the Franklin Regional area, the school kind of sits back on top of the hill, and that's a walk there for Kayla Williams. Her fourth batter walked on the afternoon. That's two batters in a row that Kayla Williams has walked. Now up to bat is Lancaster. Hicks is on deck, and Copeland is in the hole. Lancaster 1 of 2 on the day. She grounded out to Kayla Williams for their first at bat. She earned a base hit and an RBI in the bottom of the third inning during that wild run for Franklin Regional, which has them up 6-3. That pitch inside, count now 1-2. Count, still no outs here in the fourth inning. Pitch by Williams. That's called strike there, even at 1-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Kayla Williams walking two batters in a row. Not a good look. Needs to climb back into this at bat. Her pitch in is away, throw on the first as she tries to steal, and she's called safe there. Mart steals third. That's her second steal on the day, and Lamfrom advances on to second. So Franklin Regional stealing every bag in sight here this afternoon. They have 7 stolen on the day. Pitch here. Chopped at. Gets played. And that's an out there for Lady Wildcats. Throw on to home, and that's a run scored. A wild pitch there. So again, Lancaster grounds out. And a meeting on the mound for the Lady Wildcats needed, as that's their first out, but another run is scored for Franklin Regional. They're up 7-3. It's a tough going right now for Lady Wildcats, who again really impressed on the day. It was just a tough throw back to home. It also still doesn't help that Williams has walked 4 batters. He needs to lock in. I imagine that's what coach is having a word with them on the pitching mound. And I think that's what needs to happen. The Wildcats just need to lock in a little bit. We know that they can beat Franklin Regional. They've done it before already this year, and they just need to lock in, put a smile on their face, wake up. They've made some great plays, especially the fielders. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Miley Williams' play here in the outfield, which happened right in front of us. She had to make a diving save for the out. So now Hicks is up to bat. Copeland's on deck, and Selena Camacho is in the hole for Kayla Williams, who has 1 out right now, and a runner on third. Showing bunt, that called strike, and forcing Lamfrom back onto first. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Williams pitch. Chopped at, makes its way into the shallow outfield, gets caught up, and that's another run earned for Franklin Regional. The Panthers are now up 8-3. And Copeland is up to bat, but Hicks with a nice hit there, an RBI for that young lady. Now Copeland's up. She was walked back in the second and then was struck out looking in the last inning. So now she's up. Franklin Regional only having one out, still have two to play with. And again, I would be remiss if not to mention runner on first for Kayla Williams, her first pitch. This at bat is called a strike there, so 0-1 the count with one out. I would also be remiss in not reminding folks that we apologize here on the Wildcats Network for us not having a scoreboard. We usually do, but again, with our equipment, we usually are able to get a feed from the scoreboard operator, but there is no scoreboard operator here today at Franklin Regional. That throw back on the first. And nearly caught Hicks sleeping there. But she was able to make it back in time. So 1-1 the count. With one out here, Kayla Williams. And again, not a bad look by Machinsky. Panthers have stolen every bag in sight today. Swing on, that's foul. Count now 1-2. Kayla Williams could get number 4 here in terms of strikeouts on the day. She did strike out Copeland when Copeland was last at bat. One, two from Kayla Williams. It's wide. And forces Hicks back again. They're trying to catch Hicks. And now we're even at 2-2 with the ball thrown by Williams going wide. And again, that was more trying to catch. I thought we had to be more worried about the baseballs. Or the softballs. That pitch in, called ball against. Now the count is full for Kayla Williams, who's already walked 4 batters today. She walked 5 on Monday against Armstrong. Pitch there by Williams. Chopped down into play. Cronenwetter bobbled it, steps on. That advances the runner from first. So now we're back to the top of the batting order with Selena Camacho up. Two outs now. Franklin Regional now dancing with their last one. They've already scored 2 runs so far this inning. Now up 8-3. Pitch is away. Trying to chase down Hicks back onto second. Camacho, the right fielder for Franklin Regional. One-0. Down low again. 2-0 now the count for Williams. And chasing Hicks back on. And it's interesting, again, Hicks has not stolen a base yet today, but from what we've seen from Franklin Regional all afternoon is that it's more of a, they haven't stolen one yet. Pitch. Inside. So 3-0 the count. Kayla Williams, her pitch is called right there. So 3-1 still the count, 2 outs. Selena Camacho, the top of the batting order. Chops at it, goes straight to second base. Throw on the first. The Lady Wildcats get out of it. Franklin Regional able to score 2 here in the top of the, or at the bottom of the 4th inning and extend their lead. It's now 8-3. We head into the top of the 5th inning for Lady Wildcats trying to claw back into this game. But before that, we're going to take a quick break and hear about some of our fantastic sponsors here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Borland, Richard Hillwig coming back after these short messages.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3- and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network from Murraysville. Lady Wildcats trail 3-8 here in the top of the 5th inning. To get us off and running is Corinne Wright. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She had a ground out to start out the game. That pitch is a ball, so 1-0 now the count for Wright. And she had a base hit back in the 3rd. Pitch. Outside again, 2-0 now the count. Lancaster doing a pretty good job so far today, even though she doesn't have a strikeout yet. She has only walked 1 batter, so Lady Wildcats have just not been able to get the ball away from the fielders. That ball goes back, foul count now 2-1. Where's that bat? And for the folks at home to giggle about, Richard and I were talking about, so there's a gate that leads onto the softball field that has a lock on it. That lock has to stay on whenever there is a game in play. Swing, that called strike there. Count now even at 2-2. Anyway, so if we can't get all of our gear packed up and out of here before the start of the JV game, Richard and I are going to have to get creative. That ball crushed, gets into the outfield and drops. That's another base hit for Corinne Wright. Now 2 of 3 on the day. And up after her is the freshman, Madison Balco. So nice for Corinne Wright to get on base. Madison Balco was walked in the 3rd and ground out to the shortstop back in the 1st. Balco lets the ball go by there. Again, Corinne Wright on first. The pitch. In the dirt, running is Wright, and she steals second base. Believe it or not, folks, that is the first base stolen by the Lady Wildcats so far today. So the count now 2-0. Pitch. Hit well by Balco. Goes straight to the third baseman. And they're going to call that one foul. If I'm being totally honest, if that ball had stayed fair, I think Balco would have beat it out. Now 2-1 the count. Pitch. And that is crushed by Balco, but the wind might carry it foul. And they will. That one almost making its way over to the old William Penn Highway. So Balco still 2-2. Lee Wildcats still have no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner in scoring position as they trail 3-8. And Balco is one of our players mentioned that the Franklin Regional Panthers need to watch in our St. Vincent College pregame show. That ball out wide, so the count is now full for Balco. Lancaster tried to get her to chase outside, but Balco was having none of it. So Balco is up to bat. Cronenwetter is on deck, and Maya McHugh is in the hole for Lady Wildcats in terms of the batting lineup. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss there. It was up high. Balco wanted it. And if she was just a little bit quicker on the swing, she probably would have sent that 1 yard. She had a triple. The last time these two teams met up earlier in the month at Graham Sabota Field. Pitch. That ball gets it. It's going, and it's not gone. It hits the fence, and that'll be a double for Balco. And she brings in an RBI. So Cats trail 4-8 here in the 5th inning. The ball went under the fence. Coach is arguing it's a home run, but and as much as I want Balco to get it, that ball hit the ground and rolled under the fence. So that's a double, at least from my vantage point here in right field. And again, I agree with the umpire. That is a double for Balco. I know they want a home run to try to claw back into this game as they trail 4-8. They would make a much more manageable situation if they had had the home run. That would have made it 5-8. However, again, as I mentioned, that ball hit the ground and rolled underneath the fence. So now up to bat is Cronenwetter. She had a base hit in the 2nd inning and struck out swinging back in the 3rd. And now with a runner on base, this is where Cronenwetter, the senior, needs to step up. Pitch. That ball away from Cronenwetter, so count now 1-0. So Cronenwetter is currently up to bat. Maya McHugh is on deck, and Sarah Blasi is in the hole for Lady Wildcats as they head towards the bottom of the batting order. Chopped at foul, count even at 1-1. But the Lady Wildcats not sporting it out quite yet. That's nice for especially the type of softball they like to play. One pitch. Low and inside. Count now 2-1 again. Balco is in scoring position on second base. But the Wildcats have only been able to steal one bag today. That ball hit, goes through, but rolls foul. It was foul before it crossed the third base bag. So the count now even at 2, no outs. Balco on second here in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch. That ball chopped at by Cronenwetter, but it's going to roll foul, or I guess tumble foul as the wing caught it, causing it to spin and hit over into the trees. So Cronenwetter stays alive at the plate here. Count is 2-2. No outs again. Balco on second. Pitch. High and inside. And now the count is full for Cronenwetter. 3-2 is the count. No outs. Pitch. Chopped at. It rolls through the legs of the third baseman, and Balco will land on the third. And Cronenwetter will get a base hit. A very nice at-bat for Sammy Cronenwetter. And now Maya McHugh is up to bat for Lady Wildcats with runners on the corners. Even though it's not the lead, scoring Balco would be perfect. And they're going to take a courtesy runner for Cronenwetter on first. I'll let you guys know who that is in just a second. That's Macy, who makes her way onto first base for Cronenwetter. I imagine they're going to try to advance her onto second. Top of the fifth inning, runners on the corners. I imagine that Macy is going to be instructed to steal second during this at-bat for Maya McHugh. Hugh 0-2 on the day. A pitch. Called strike there for Lancaster. 0-1 now the count. Again, Cats have runners in the corners as they trail 4-8. Pitch. Crushed. Drops in shallow outfield. And that's going to score a run there for Maya McHugh. So with that, the Cats now only trail 5-8 here in the top of the fifth inning. With 2 runs so far here in the top of the fifth. And up to bat with runners on first and second is Sarah Blossy, who's 2 for 2 on the day. A base hit in the second and a base hit in the fourth. The pitch. Blossy chops at it. It's going to drop in. And need to tag up are the Cats. Maya McHugh is able to make it back. Nice play in the outfield by Selena Camacho. So 1 out down for Lady Wildcats, and now Macy McHugh, the second baseman for Lady Wildcats, is up to bat. She is 0 for 2 at the plate. She is grounded out in both at-bats. She lets that ball go by for a strike. And Cats have runners on first and second. That's strike 2 called. 0-2 now the count with 1 out here for Lady Wildcats. Lancaster finding a groove against Macy McHugh. And called strike 3 for Lancaster. McHugh goes down looking, and now Miley Williams is up to bat. She grounded out to the shortstop back in the last inning, but has a base hit in the third and the second, so 1 for 3 on the day is Miley Williams. Again, runners on second and third. That's called strike there inside. Lancaster finding her groove. Lady Wildcats are down to their last out. Pitch. Up high. Called ball, so 1-1 with 2 outs here. Runners on second and first. Again, apologize for the wind. A little breezy here today, but crushed there. Straight to Fulton. Fulton able to step in front of that one. That was a missile. And she gets there for the out. So Cats able to score 2 more runs. As they head into the bottom of the fifth, they're going to have to stave off a white-hot Franklin Regional offense here on the Wildcats Network. We're going to take a quick break in between the innings, and when we come back after these short messages, we'll have Franklin Regional up to bat up next.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, bottom of the fifth inning, folks. Lady Wildcats trail 5-8 here. Up to bat for Franklin Regional is Speranza. She is 2 of 3 so far today. She had a triple in the third. She struck out swinging in the second and had a base hit back in the first. The pitch here by Williams. Called strike there for Kayla Williams. 3 strikeouts for her so far today. 4 batters walked. And again, Franklin Regional with their 3-run lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Pitch here by Williams. Chopped at, that's foul. I think that Speranza hit herself in the ankle. That has to burn. Count is now 1-1. After the foul there by Speranza. Kayla Williams pitch. That ball out wide, but Speranza, I could see it. That twitch, she wanted that one, but watched it cut away from her at the very last second and brought it back. So 2-1 the count now for Kayla Williams for the first at-bat here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Again, folks, we apologize for our lack of scoreboard. And we usually pull information from the scoreboard operators. That ball crushed away and foul. We usually pull information from the scoreboard operator. However, there is no scoreboard here at Franklin Regional High School, or at the softball field anyways. I'm based on the broadcast by the one and only Dan Flickinger on Westmoreland Sports Network. I know that they have one over at the baseball field. Hit here by Williams. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Kayla Williams. She earns number 4. And at least Speranza goes down swinging. Fulton now up. And I imagine that Kayla Williams is just going to walk her. She had a home run back in the first and has been walked ever since. So she is 3 for 3. And Richard, if I'm not careful, I'm going to get blown off the top of this hill. Pitch. And Fulton takes that one on the quad. And again, that was funny. I don't know if Jens heard it on the broadcast, but one of the parents in the stands told Fulton to charge the mound. And even though that would be something, we are glad that she is currently on first base instead. And one would wonder, and I don't believe there was any ill intent by Kayla Williams. But I wonder if that was a purposeful walk. Pitch. Chopped at it, stays fair, goes over the head of the shortstop. Fulton running on the third, slides in, and that will be a double for Camacho. Martz is now up. Just my score sheet real quick. Again, Martz is up to bat She was walked in the first, had a base hit in the third, and was walked again in the fourth. And with 2 runners in scoring position, Franklin Regional is looking real scary. Could possibly roll into the double digits here in terms of the score. As they lead 8 runs to 5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rich, I'm telling you, the weather in this last 2 months in general has been quite chilly. Not very conducive. We had that one baseball game where it was an absolute beauty. And that bunt will score a run. Throw! And they called her safe! Bunt there by Martz. Scores Fulton. And scores Camacho. And Martz is on first. So that's double digits for Franklin Regional. Lamfrom now at the bat. 2 of 3 so far today. She flew out to the shortstop back in the first, had a base hit in the third, and was walked in the fourth. How Martz beat that out, I have no idea. There are some quick Panthers here at Franklin Regional. The pitch. Inside. Ball 1 for Kayla Williams here in the 5th. And Panthers with a 10 runs to 5 over Lady Wildcats. I feel every single time Cats take a step forward, Franklin Regional is able to keep pace. That pitch, a strike there. Count now 1-1. With 1 out so far this inning. Cool breezy day, Richard. I think that whenever we go on the commercial break, I'm going to have to run out and grab my coat. Pitch here, 1-1. Chopped at. And they're going to say it's foul there. So Martz will head back. And the count now 1-2 for Kayla Williams. Kayla Williams looking at a 1-2 count. Her pitch with a runner on first. Swung on into the outfield. Sliding in, making the snag. And a throw on to second. They're going to say that they caught it. And they're going to say it's a double play. And there's an argument from the Franklin Regional parents that there was a ball dropped. I thought she caught it. However, it was an odd angle from where I'm standing. We'll see what the umpire calls. If it stands, it's a double play, and they do call it. It stands, a double play for the Lady Wildcats, and they get out of that inning. Coach is sending his players back out there. He's saying that it's still they're saying that Landfrom tagged up on first, so it's not a double play. Now, I can't speak on the tag up, but it definitely was a fly out. Because you can't say that it was a fly out for Landfrom and then a double play by getting her out on first. But it will stand. So Richard signaling that we're going to go to break. And Richard, you're absolutely right. We're going to take that break and thank our sponsors here. We'll be right back after this.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network after a confusing end to the bottom of the 5th inning. And again, as I mentioned, it was a fly out at center field. I can tell everybody that for a fact, but the tag up on first I can't speak on. Swing and a miss there, Lady Wildcats. Now Machinsky up. And now she's looking at an 0-1 count. Lady Wildcats still trail 5-10 here. Even though they earned 2 runs, high and away, 1-1. Even though they earned 2 runs back in the 5th inning, so did Franklin Regional. Again, the score sits 8-10 here at the top of the 6th. And again, and I'll apologize in the next inning as well. Chop there by Machinsky. Need to get underneath it, and they do, and they hold on to it. I almost thought it was going to be a collision. Thank goodness nobody got hurt. And a great play in the outfield by Camacho to get up underneath that one. So a fly out for Machinsky. And now up to bat is Kayla Williams. So 1 out down, that ball in the dirt for Kayla Williams. And it's real windy here. And again, it's important to note that wind because it is coming from the outfield to the infield. So hitting the ball out of the park is more difficult than one could possibly imagine. It's already hard enough to hit a home run here in high school softball. But to hit it with the wind in your face is even more impossible. That ball crushed just as I say that, and it will be foul. The wind caught it and drug it out past the foul line. But Comanche was right on that ball's heel. So that's tough there. So the count even at 1-1 here with 1 out for the Lady Wildcats in the top of the 6th inning. They have this one in the top of the 7th, and then that's it. They need to make up 5 runs. All right, to second base. Kayla Williams, a line drive right to second base. And now Lady Wildcats are looking at their last out of the inning. And Corinne Wright is up to bat. Wright is 2 for 3 on the day. Again, 2 for 3 on the day. She had a base hit in the last inning and back in the 3rd, but she flew out in the top of the 1st. That ball goes by, ball 1. So count now 1-0 with 2 outs. I was going to mention, as I mentioned many times on the broadcast, that we apologize for the lack of a scoreboard. No scoreboard here at Franklin Regional softball field. That pitch gets hit straight to Fulton. Throw on to first, and that will retire the side. We head into the bottom of the 6th here. Lady Wildcats need to shut down Franklin Regional for the hope of coming back in this one. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the bottom of the 6th inning coming up next.
2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, staring down the bottom of the 8th inning. Up to bat for Franklin Regional is Lancaster, the pitcher. She's 1 for 3 on the day. She had a base hit in the 3rd and grounded out in her at-bats in the 4th and in the 1st inning. And again, if the Lady Wildcats are able to mount a comeback here in the top of the 7th inning, then I imagine that the call at the end of the 5th inning is really going to be something scrutinized hard. But as it sits right now, Lady Wildcats trail 5-10 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch. Called strike there. So count now 1-1. Again, folks, you have to pray for us real hard because I don't know how we're going to get our gear out of here. But one can only hope. That pitch, call a ball and dropped. So count now 2-1. No outs as we are at our first batter here with Lancaster here in the 6th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss there. Now even at 2-2. Kayla Williams, the 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Rung her up. Kayla Williams. Earns strikeout number 5 on the afternoon. Now up is Hicks, who is 2 of 3 on the day. She has a base hit in the 4th, had a base hit in the 3rd, but flew out to right field in the 2nd inning. Kayla Williams pitch to come. High, called strike there. Pitch from Kayla Williams to come. In there, called ball though. 2-1 the count for Kayla Williams with 1 out. The pitch. Chopped on, it's up high. Needing to get underneath it are the outfielders, and they do. Great play in the outfield by the Lady Wildcats. And I don't think that call is going to be called into question. I think that was a pretty clear-cut fly out there. believe that is Blossy, the center fielder for Lady Wildcats, who got underneath that one to make the catch. No, my apologies. That was Zezo who had to get underneath that one. In the outfield, that pitch there is down low for Copeland. What was walked in the second, but has been out, was out in the third and fourth, so she is 1 of 3 on the day. The pitch by Kayla Williams, down low in the dirt. Count now 2-0 with 2 outs here. Franklin Regional is down to the last out. And Lady Wildcats, if they can get out of this one, will need to earn 5 runs in the 7th inning. Not impossible, but definitely not going to be easy. That called strike there. Count now 2-1 with 2 outs. Two-one with 2 outs. Kayla Williams' next pitch is up high, so 3-1 now the count. Kayla Williams has already walked 4 batters and hit 1. So hoping to avoid 5. She will then match up with her walks on Monday at Armstrong. Pitch. Called strike there. So now a full count for Kayla Williams. It's 3-2. 2 outs. This to send the Lady Wildcats to the top of the 7th. Down by 5 runs. Kayla Williams. And she walks Copeland. So after Copeland, we head to Selena Camacho at the top of the batting order. And again, that's Williams' 5th batter that she walked today. Again, now up to bat, Selena Camacho. Richard told me that there is a changeup at the plate, and I appreciate that, Richard. He gets to be able to, it's Cowell who comes in for Camacho to bat at the top of the batting order. Swing wide, that's called strike though. Again, I thought that was a little wide, but the count is 0-1 nonetheless with 2 outs. Lady Wildcats cannot allow Franklin Regional to earn a run here in the 6th inning. Pitch by Williams. Inside call ball, now even 1-1. With 2 outs here. And to think, if you wipe the 4-run 3rd inning for Franklin Regional, Lady Wildcats would only be down by 1. Swing and a miss there, running on to second. Had to get in front of the ball, so Copeland steals second. That has 9 stolen bases for Franklin Regional so far today. Running all over the Lady Wildcats. Pitch. Outside again. Kayla Williams trying to get Machinsky into position to try to throw on to third to stop Copeland from trying to steal third base. Kayla Williams, runner in scoring position. Her pitch here, 2 outs. That ball chopped at and goes back. Ryan Machinsky. But that ball is foul. So an even count, 2-2, with the deuces being wild because there's 2 outs. Kayla Williams could earn strikeout number 6 on the afternoon. The pitch. Inside. And that'll make the count full. 3-2. Kayla Williams already had a full count in this inning. And in that, she walked Copeland on the first, who then stole second. So Kayla Williams, full count, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th. Can she send the Cats into 7? And she walks Cowell as well. So now up to bat is Speranzo, and I know that that's Speranzo. So that is the 6th batter walked by Kayla Williams. She walked 5 at Armstrong, walked 6 today. Swing, and taking right on the inside of the thigh is Speranzo. Some tough cookies out there by Franklin Regional. There are 2 Panthers who were hit by balls today. Oh, 1. That ball crushed, but it makes its way over to the tree line. So now an 0-2 count for Speranza. Oh, my apologies, Speranzo, the left fielder for Franklin Regional. So 0-2 count with 2 outs. This is the 3rd batter that Kayla Williams has earned 2 strikes on. Can she get the payoff here? And a late chop there allows Speranzo to stay alive. With an 0-2 count, with 2 outs here, Kayla Williams cannot allow a Franklin Regional Panther to score in this inning. The Lady Wildcats are already down by 5 runs, would really need a miracle. They wanted to come back from an even greater mountain, and that pitch from Williams out and away. So 1-2 now the count, and that's fine. Again, up in the count, Kayla Williams trying to get batters to chase. If you throw everything in the strike zone, they just start teeing off on you. So let's see if Kayla Williams can pay it off here. The pitch, chopped at, rolls right to second, tag! And that will do it. Lady Wildcats don't allow a single run in that inning. So with that, folks, we are going to step aside to tell you some more about our wonderful sponsors here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the top of the 7th inning, the Lady Wildcats' last chance, coming up next here on the Wildcats Network.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to Shopping and Place to Buy Meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, top of the 7th, and this is it, folks. Lady Wildcats trail 10-5. Cronenwetter is up to bat. And that's crushed there. My apologies, that's not Cronenwetter, that's Balco. I have my score sheet wrong. Let me just fix that real quick. And right there you see it. The Lady Wildcats travel all the way down Route 22 to battle with Franklin Regional today. And those girls right there do not want to go back home with a loss and split the series against Franklin Regional. And again, this is even more important because right now they are neck and neck in terms of chasing for the section. Lady Wildcats are 5-2 in this section. Franklin Regional is 3-4. Pitch in the dirt again. So 2-1 the count for Balco, who grounded out back in the first, but was walked in the third and then got a RBI back in the fifth. So Balco looking at a 2-1 count with no outs. Pitch. Chopped at. It is way up there. I think it hit Sputnik on its way back down. So with that foul, we're even at 2-2. For Lady Wildcats, they'll be back in action at Penn Trafford on Monday. And walk there for Balco. Believe it or not, folks, that is only the second batter that Lancaster has walked today. So even though she has no strikeouts on the afternoon, she has not made too many mistakes. The Wildcats have just been having a hard time getting by that wall there in the infield. That first pitch is a walk. And that's a strike there on Cronenwetter. Count now 1-1 with no outs here. Balco's in scoring position. Cronenwetter is 2 for 3 so far in the afternoon. That pitch wild and away. So 2-1 now for Cronenwetter with a runner on first. So again, Cronenwetter with a hit in the second and in the fifth, was struck out in the third. That ball hits softly there, and it gets by Balco, and Cronenwetter can't beat it out. So Balco is advanced. Cronenwetter will ground out to the second baseman. Maya McHugh now up to bat, the number 7 in the batting lineup. Sarah Blossi on deck, and Macy McHugh is in the hole for the Lady Wildcats. And again, Balco has earned herself walking on to second. That ball hit, and getting back is Balco, her face in the dirt. So Balco ending up in the dirt there. After that ball went wild. Let's see if Maya McHugh can do anything there. That ball hits her in the toe. And she limps on to first base. So that's Lancaster's first batter hit on the day. And again, for the majority, Lancaster has been efficient, I would say. She hasn't struck out anybody so far this afternoon, but only 2 batters walked and then had 1 batter hit. So not really a terrible day on the mound for her. Nothing crazy. It's not going to blow off the score sheet, but the pitch here, down low in the dirt to Sarah Blossi, who is 2 for 3 on the day. A base hit in the second, a base hit in the fourth, but flew out in the fifth. Has a runner in scoring position. She hits it there. She has it going, and it's gone. That ball is out of here. And the freshman Blossi earns it there. A 3-run shot. And with that, Cats now only trail by 2. And who would think that Sarah Blossi would have ripped the cover off of that one? I thought it was going to drop down right next to the gate, but it had just enough. And Richard and I both thought that was going to hit our camera out there over by the scoreboard that is not currently working. So Mason McHugh is now to bat, and again a reminder, top of the 7th. This is the Lady Wildcats' last hurrah. Chopped at, and that almost hit the bus there. So foul for McHugh to start at bat. Cats only have one out. It was the ground out for Cronenwetter. That ball hit, it's foul as well. Mason McHugh, the 9th batter in the lineup, so if she's able to earn a base hit at the least, she'll be on base for Miley Williams at the top of the batting order to have a runner on base. The pitch. And that's a ball there inside. So 1-2 is the count with one out. Macy McHugh is rung up. The first strikeout of the day for Lancaster, and it comes on McHugh. So now Miley Williams is up to bat here in the 7th inning. Lady Wildcats are down to their last out of the afternoon. Down by 2. The pitch. Called strike there. 0-1 to start out the at-bat here for what could be the final out on the afternoon. That's called strike there. 0-2 the count. Will this be it? Can Lancaster earn her 2nd strikeout on the afternoon and split the series? Chopped at, could land, and we're going to see what they call it there. They're going to say that she's safe. Unbelievable. I thought that Martz had it, but it rolled out from underneath her. So Williams earns a base hit. And right there, Maddie Machinsky could tie it up and send us into bottom of the 7th here if she's able to score. The pitch. Chopped at it. It's out there. And underneath, and that will do it. Franklin Regional upsets the Lady Wildcats and defends their home territory. Lady Wildcats came in here feeling good after being able to beat Franklin Regional at home, but they can't win on the road. And it doesn't get much easier than that, because on Monday, the 29th, Lady Wildcats will be traveling out to Penn Trafford to play PT at PT, the number 2 team in the section. Are the Lady Wildcats' next opponent. Our next broadcast here on the Wildcats Network will be tomorrow night at The Den. Boys volleyball team will be taking on Deer Lakes. Again, back in the Den, we'll have that on the Wildcats Network. For our crew here this afternoon, and that's just Richard. Thank you, Richard, for being here. I'm Tristan Borland signing off on today's broadcast. Lady Wildcats drop this game at Franklin Regional, 8-10. And the Wildcats Network wishes you a wonderful rest of your day. Again, the Wildcats Network, brought to you by LHTC Media.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website, hotelloyalpizza.com, or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinderschool provides high-quality pre-K education for 3 and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.